doesn't matter how many times I hear that song, the newbie melody. It still stirs up the same exact emotions of amazement. Welcome back to Runescape. We played this game before. We did a Series Slayer version of it, and we kind of killed all the quests on the free-to-play anyway. Well, this time, we're coming back. But we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. First and foremost, you might notice this is the grand debut of our VTuber avatar. Yes, Lily now has form. Amazing. We are also going to be taking on RuneScape in a little bit of a different challenge. And we're going to be doing it not only as an Iron Man, or I guess Iron Woman in this particular case, as our avatar might happen to be, but we're going to be doing it as a tile-locked Iron Man. What in the heck does that mean? Well, last time we played, we pretty much went no hold bars. We were allowed to use the Grand Exchange. We were doing whatever we wanted. Now we're going to not only lock ourselves from trading and buying stuff from the Grand Exchange and being able to, essentially shortcut a lot of these things, we're going to be tile locking ourselves. When we start, we're going to have a handful of tiles. I think it starts us with 10, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm new to Rune Light and playing around with all of this, so we're going to have to figure this out as we go. Nevertheless, we start with a limited number of tiles. And from there, what we have to do is, in order to move onto a new tile, we have to get 1,000 experience. I'm going to set it to 1,000. That seems like a good number. And so, after 1,000 experience, we can move another tile. Get another 1,000, move another tile. I'm not sure. I'm undecided, as of right now, what the final goal for this account will be. If we're going to just kind of do it Series Slayer style, and go and try and tackle as many quests as we can, or what we're gonna do. But I know this is going to be passive enough while we're grinding in the background to be able to allow me to edit all of the backlogs of videos that I've got, which is quite a bit. We've got like 20 something parts of Valheim, each 3 hours a video to edit, plus a whole bunch of Fallout, plus a whole bunch of all sorts of other big projects that are on the horizon. So, watching YouTube isn't really an option, and listening to music isn't really an option, so I wanted to have something passive that I could do that was very low time investment, but still something that would be fun. And so, as the old adage goes, you never really leave RuneScape. You just take longer and longer breaks in between. As we get our avatar here matched up to our other avatar, we'll kind of go over what the plan is here. Once we're off Tutorial Island, that's when the game will begin in earnest, or our restrictions will begin in earnest. Once we land, I will drop all of our stuff, I'll remember to drop all of our stuff. Or try to remember, I guess I should say. And once we've dropped all of our stuff, we will have our tiles and begin from there. So, because Tutorial Island is a little bit slow, we'll cut out here and cut back when we're on the main island and our quest begins in earnest. Alright, so quick cut back in just before we wrap everything up here. Here is the Iron Man enabler. So we're going to get this turned on after he rambles on and on about, what it is and all that sort of fun stuff. All the rules that, get implied on you. And since this is more of the same, and we also have the icon that gets joined next to our lovely name at the bottom left, we'll be able to skip along and cut back in just a second when we're actually on land. And as Mr. Magic Instructor casts the teleport, we appear in Lumbridge. And let's turn on the Tileman settings. So first and foremost, let's make sure it pops up properly here. There we go. We have selected a nice obvious color so that we know which tiles are claimed as ours. And we can see in the top left a nice little tracker of available tiles, how many tiles we've unlocked, and XP until the next tile. Now, tiles unlocked, 2. One of them was because I was turned on the tracker, and it pulled one onto Tutorial Island where we first spawned in. I didn't realize you had to turn it on and off here. And turning it on and off now doesn't really change anything. So, we're going to lose out on one tile, but that's fine. We've got 8 to work with. So, let's start to play around and figure out how we're going to, essentially, get beyond this tile. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start with attacking that rat or attacking the man. I'm not 100% sure. So we can mark the tiles and we can unlock them. Oh, which I guess that's an important thing to note. I'm going to be tracking tiles that were moved on with intent. So we'll unlock the tiles one at a time and make sure that we stick to them. But if the character decides to run off or do something like that, we're not going to to make ourselves or force ourselves to stick nearby. That way we don't have to unlock a million tiles, and our total XP is going to be ridiculously high anyway. Now, one sec while I finish getting everything set up. Alright, and as we take our first steps onto new areas, we see those rats are how we are going to wind up going forward. We're going to have to, and that man too actually, we're going to have to attack them and build up our strength and attack and all sorts of other things. So I'm going to cut here, and when we come back, we'll be attacking the rats, and I'm going to try and tag them too so that I can see where they are. There it is. Nice. Yeah, that way I can keep an eye on it. Now, we've determined where this rat spawns, so I grabbed a new tile so that ultimately, hopefully, we can kill this rat with consistency, and then as soon as he spawns back, we're already adjacent to him, and so we can just continue to beat on him. Just like that. Easy peasy. And as long as we're quick on the draw, he shouldn't be able to run away. Something I had forgotten to do earlier, and I now have remembered. We're gonna drop all of our stuff. We weren't using it anyway, so that's fine. But let's dump all this stuff. We don't need any items. Oh no! Our rat spawned away from us! Alright, well, let's empty the rest of our inventory here, and when the rat gets back, we'll continue going. Alright, I think we've got our rat back in our sights. We had to do a bit of world hopping to find one that was close enough to get him, but away we go. We also switched to training strength, so that we can increase our max hit and maybe speed up the training a little bit. That would be ideal, really. If we can do more damage and then kill things faster, that means more experience. It'll also give us the ability to attack the imps that are around here, the man that is around here, and our very first level up of the account. Here's to something great. Levels don't get us actual tiles, but whatever. We can also start killing goblins eventually. That'll be useful. But as we exterminate every rat in all of Lumbridge, we'll slowly start building up our tiles while I slowly start building up a plan of where we're going to spend the tiles. A few minutes later, roughly 5 or so, we got ourselves another rat. And we're slowly inching towards that level up. and slowly inching towards that next tile. I think I know where I'm going to spend it, and where that rat just spawned, you will have seen, that is probably where I'm going to spend the next tile. Is basically to my northeast, because, well, not northeast based on the map compass, but northeast from where I was, because that is the other spot that the rats spawn, and so between those two tiles, I should be able to get any rat spawn no matter where they spawn. Now, let's hop worlds a bit and see if we can't find a better rat. Like that. Perfect. Exactly what we were looking for. Kick the shit out of these rats. Ooh, he almost got away. Not today, bucko. It was a good try, but we are too fast on the ticks. Too fast on the clicks. Now, I will essentially be doing this for a long, long little while, so I will cut back at level ups or tile upgrades. And a level up. How beautiful, how beautiful. It's slow, it's steady, it wins the race. And as long as we've got this rat here, we're doing pretty good. I almost out-clicked his spawn. I'm trying to time it so that there's 0 time for him to move away. Because theoretically, he spawns, he's stuck in place for a tick, which 0.6 seconds, and then he can start to move in any direction. So we really want to catch him while he's there. Mathing it out here, each rat is worth either 10 or 15 experience, depending on whether or not they heal on one of the 30-second or 60-second timers that they're on. So that basically means... Oh, don't you get the hell... Yeah, okay. Basically means to get 1,000 XP, we have to kill 100 rats. That's 100 rats a tile. So you can see why the need is to very quickly level up our strength, so that we can take on men and goblins and imps. That should boost our experience pretty substantially. And you know what? I was gonna unlock that tile anyway, so the fact that Rat Boy ran away, I'm okay with that. This is our 5th of 10 starter tiles. I want to be careful not to use any others in random pulls as I click on them, so we'll have to be careful. Another world hop later, another level up later. Now, I don't know. Darn, wasn't the right rat, so we'll be back in a bit. Hey, that's exactly why that tile came in handy, actually. So that when they spawn, or when they try and sprint away, we've got a little bit of extra cart path to be able to grab them. Alright, so 2 more levels of our lovely strength as we're slowly killing the rats. We can now one-shot them, which has had kind of a good and bad effect. The good effect has been that, you know, we can kill the rats in one shot, so that's sped things up a lot. Bad part? Well, slowed us down because now we kill these things very quickly and then they spawn constantly, which raises the chance of them spawning all over the place, which is not useful or helpful or ideal. We have unlocked a couple more tiles up this way. We used 2 more, pardon me, the 2 up here, because it was easier to grab the rats as they kind of ran by here. We also got 1 more tile unlocked from all of the leveling that we've done, so let's keep going. The plan is, currently, to be able to get to, let's see. I think the woodcutting guy is way the heck back there. So I think that's the plan, is to go all the way over there. And let's pray this rat comes closer, please. No. Darn. Alright, well, back in a minute. Alright, we are cruising along nicely here at this point. We, now, when we're full health, we can kill the man. And as you can see, we're getting some inventory items from him. Nothing useful, yet, anyway. I mean, the mind runes will be useful eventually to train magic. But for now, it's mostly just, you know, strength is now almost at 10. Our HP went up 1. And we've almost got another new tile, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. In the interim, we're just going to keep chugging away at all of these rats, and hopefully, sooner or later, let's see if we can get this tile on screen here. It's really nice when we hit the 2s, because then the rats are worth more experience. They're worth 11 instead of 10. Well, they're worth 10.5, I guess I should say. Which works out to... Hey! Look at that, even a level up on screen, too. That was perfect. That was perfect. 10 strength. That's pretty badass. Just off of kicking rats. And 1 more XP. Aha, new tile unlocked. Beautiful. Hey, look at that. Hello. A kebab. How totally worthless. And my rat got away because of it. You baited old man. It does bring up a good point, though, that when we get instances like, you know, random events and things like that, how do we want to handle those? How do we want to handle those? I think instances don't count against our total. I think that's a fair way to do it. There's so many instances that essentially the game, I mean, you burn off all of those. Think of the Mysterious Old Man maze, for example. I gotta get better at doing that timing, because they walk right around, and it's like, well, I have the tiles, why wouldn't it attack from there? Anyway, the maze, for example, that would burn hundreds of tiles, and then all of those tiles would be gone, and then you'd get the instance again, and then it's like, oh, well, burn them all again. Totally not worth it. So, instances will not count against our tile count. Look at that. Coins, bones. Look at that. Look at that experience. The man actually spawns right, like, adjacent here, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, he's right here. So we can actually get him in a nice loop when we are more consistent. We're gonna beat up a man. We have food now, so theoretically we can take on a couple of men and not have to worry about it. Keep kicking the crap out of this dude. Give us your pocket change, sir. It's slow going. I've also done a couple of things. You'll notice. I fixed the tiles. Beautiful, beautiful, I know. We've also got our plan of attack to go straight north. I definitely want to get to some trees. Trees is the plan. And this one tile, I think I'm going to have to pick it up at some point, because as soon as you click, doesn't matter where you click, it seems to want to automatically move you onto that tile. Maybe that's like an anchor tile or something. A lot of times it'll be like, I'll stand here and I'll click here and it'll move me left to attack. So, what are you doing? I don't want to move. I want to figure out if there's a plugin or an add-on or something that essentially allows me to lock myself onto these tiles. That would be really nice. And you're gone, so we're gonna fight you. Hello, sir. Let me kick you in the junk. And what we're gonna do before we kill him is bring him down one tile. That way we can actually get the loot. And Earth Ruins. Not that worthwhile. There we go. Alright. The hunt continues. Well, we took a little bit of a beating. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We have been here for, about half hour. Not bad. And we've gotten 2 strength levels and a hit points level. And a hit points level and a strength level. We've been busy. We also picked up an experience lamp. And we got our first armor, our first equipment, a med helm. Let's, Oh, that is awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, that looks terrible. But it is an upgrade, so we are going to utilize it. Also, we're going to... I think we're going to use the lamp. And I think if we use the lamp on the strength, we'll get 160 experience. Which should be pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, I think we use it on strength. Where's strength? Nice. Now... Oh, I wasn't expecting the level up, honestly. Nicely, nicely, nice. Nice. Alright. And we'll finish her off by burying the bones. I should have clicked. If I was faster, I would have got him, but oh well. The whole concept is simply to show we've, you know what, let's kick this guy's ass. We've got a max hit, and that wasn't just from the level up. We had that from 15, I think? But the kills go a lot faster now. They go a lot faster. When I cap out my, like my health gets to about 5, 6, that's when I go up and I fight the rat until I heal up fully. 7, we should be good to kill a man, but as he walked away from us, that's no good. We've got 6 tiles. We're cruising along nicely. I could have attacked him there, and I could have attacked him there. Oh well. Mr. Rat, could have attacked him there, but... Sometimes I can see they're running in such a way that it takes off in a random direction, and it's like, whatever. We've also noticed that you can get close enough, right on these 2 tiles, to punch this goblin. Occasionally he wanders in through here. It's rare, but he does do it. And when he does do it, well, that's when we get the opportunity to get some other cool stuff. But for now, back to the grind. Today shall be forever known as the Rassacre. The Rat Massacre, because we are now level 24 strength. We've also, got 17 hit points and 4 prayer levels. Actually, before I forget, let's just bury the bones here. Bury the hatchet, as it were. As you can see from our inventory, we have got a couple of cool drops, like Chaos Ruins, Mind Runes. We've hit the drop table on the man here a couple of times in the 1 in 128 chance. What we was hoping to get was an iron dagger, but no luck. Oh well, we can kick everything to death. So, with our also bonus of random event 640 coins, just wanted to see and see what the math looked like, because, I'm curious like that. We killed 75 men. And 75 men, they're worth, 4 times 7, so that'd be 28 experience. So they're worth about 2,100 experience, on average anyway. Which means we got 5,000 experience, give or take, from just killing rats. I don't think anybody anywhere ever has gotten that much experience from killing rats. And I don't even mean giant rats, I mean the small little fuckers. So, we are going to, as you can see, I've kind of got my way forward mapped out. So we're gonna move forward. And we're going to unlock these tiles. Oof, 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 oof. Now let's go over here. Excellent. Now, what we want to do is I have a handy little extension. Sets the target so that it tells you what tiles ultimately are going to your character's naturally going to walk along, which is pretty good. So I think with 2 tiles is where we're gonna call it. We are gaining some distance. We can almost see him in the background there. Let's see. No, Vios is this guy, the treasure hunter. It's right behind Vios. Maybe if we zoom out and zoom up. Yeah, right there. Woodsman tutor. So we are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 15-ish tiles away from him. Which is, you know, see? It never walks where you think it's going to walk. Oh well. So, with all of that done, we're going to call this a part. When we come back next time, I'm gonna just be pacing up and down here, killing this rat, killing the goblin that he comes close, and killing the man over and over and over and over until we have our level. And then we move on to the next thing. Our first skill that is not combat related. Till next time, guys. Later.